Okay, I think we will get started. For those of you who don't know, this is Falmouth is Cooking. We have a nice audience here today, and we are looking forward to teaching you some new Italian tricks from the Italian Diva. Before we get into that, I want to mention a word of thanks. I'm Gail Blakely, who has been the host of this show since it started in 2019, just before the pandemic. And Gail Manna has been a volunteer here. This is all a member-run volunteer show, and pretty much a lot of the stuff that happens here is volunteer. And Gail graciously stepped up to learn to edit, and has been doing my editing and suffering through my vanity problems and all the other stuff that I often have when I'm watching myself on camera. And I just want to say thank you, Gail, for all that you did. We appreciate you and wish you well in your next endeavors. And I am sure you can always come back should you want to be in the audience part too. So, all right. So that's my thank you to my producer. And I'm going to give a big thank you here to my Italian Diva friend, Dedee Royal. And she is going to get started. I'm going to be her sous chef. She doesn't know what's going to happen. I'm the sous chef. So
thank you.
Welcome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, guys. Thank you all. Wow, this is exciting for me. We got some good food ready to prepare.
And it's exciting for me,
and you're
too.
my sous chef. You know what sous means in French?
Under.
Means under.
I know.
That means I'm the boss.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Well, guess what? Whose show is it?
See, she's already pulling rank on me. You want to have me slice?
I'm going to have you slice.
Okay. Yes? Was that a yes?
Yes, it takes me all this time to get these stupid
Okay. Organic chicken breasts. Whatever the chicken's eating, you're eating. The egg and the meat is the baby of the food. So remember, when you were pregnant, doctor says no drinking, no smoking. There's a reason. Because whatever you're ingesting, that's what you're producing. So the same thing with chicken. So what you want to do, you take your knife and you want to hold it by the heel. Not like this and not like this. Hold it like the heel. And you put your hand on the thickest part and you're going to draw through it. You don't saw. You're tearing the meat. Just draw through it and you're going to butterfly it so it's nice and open. Okay?
Wow.
Okay?
Yep.
So now it's open. So let's do the same. You want to try one, Gail? Or
No,
you want,
I'll get ready to pound.
Okay. You got a pound. And make a nice border around it. See, there's a nice border, and with this gently. This is not your ex-husband, okay? Just gently. Don't take out the frustration.
You may need to remind me a couple times.
Yeah, I've had a few of those. Gently, girl. All right, I'm going to open this up. All right.
How's that?
Let's see. Now, how do you know it's thin enough? Well, you could feel the resistance. And a lot of cooking is feel and touch and, of course, smell and taste. But I'm going to say that's fine.
Oh,
all right.
Thank you.
All right, so let's put this one aside, and you're going to do the same with this one.
Okay. So here's my question. Are
Yeah.
we going to saute this whole, we're going to cut
You're
it?
going to cut it in half.
Okay.
And we're going to flour it.
Yeah.
So if you want, you can take some of your AP flour.
Yep.
Your all-purpose flour. All right. And then we're going to pound this as well. The flour.
My
okay.
flour. Okay. And
So,
salt and
but I
pepper.
see you have this already mixed.
Yes.
I like this.
Good.
I like this. You're
Thank
thinking ahead. So put some of that on there, and then we're going to dip the chicken in. Did we do all the chicken?
Yes, ma'am.
We did. Okay. So put that flour in there. Now mix
how much?
it.
How much?
Go ahead. Just go. I'm doing like my grandma. Go ahead. Go ahead. You know,
Like
my
that?
grandma's could write anything down. I'd say, how much? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Is that enough?
Go ahead. Look.
More?
This is grandma talking. Yeah. All right. Now mix it up with your
Is she the
nice.
one who took baths in olive oil?
She's the one who took baths in the milk.
In the milk.
In the milk. Okay, now mix it up. Okay, so let's grab the chicken. Since you've got the gloves on, you're going to grab the chicken, and you're going to dust it, and you're going to stage it onto the cookie sheet, which is right
here.
there. Okay. All right. I'm going to put these back on, guys.
Do you want me to tear this? What should I do with that?
I would say cut that in half, because we're going to be serving it to you girls later.
Yeah, what's the knife?
All right? All right. Now, this is only the first step. So we got this ready, and then we're going to add some prosciutto. Prosciutto in Italian means ham. Okay, so now we're going to fit on the provolone.
We have 8 pieces of chicken.
Okay. This is provolone picante. Picante means spicy. Now you could buy smoked. I prefer picante. Now girls, you can kind of alter anything you want. This is not hard, you know. I mean, make it your own. So Gail, I want you to fit the piece of provolone on each piece of the chicken. All right. Now these are the long ones. The short ones you pick your teeth with won't work. The very long ones are skewers, too big. So you want these. And these are available in the little section in your Stop and Shop, like where they have, you know, bowls and...
Party stuff.
Yeah. You'll find them there. All right, that's the size. Okay. So now you're going to take a piece of your prosciutto. Now, make sure when you buy prosciutto, if you're having it sliced by the butcher, that he puts a piece of paper in between. Because by the time you get it home, they're all stuck together. All right, so you're going to put the prosciutto on all those pieces.
Just like that, okay.
I'm going to have you do that, Gail. And then we're going to take the sage, which is salvia in Italian. Oh, and girls, try to get the big pieces of sage. But you can't guarantee that unless you're growing it. And when you open the little package, you might be disappointed.
But we can use 2 skinnies, can't we?
Well,
no,
and I'll tell you why.
Oh.
Because I'm going to pin these with toothpicks.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to give you all the biggest pieces that I can. And no stems, girls, just the leaves. We're going to take a couple of toothpicks. Let me get these out. Okay. Now it's very, very important that when you pin the toothpick, let me see if I can show it with the camera. You're going to go in about 1/4 of the way of the sage, go down through and come up on the other side about 1/4 of the way in. All right, so you're going to lay these very prettily, because you know we eat with our eyes. You know, presentation is everything. Just don't do anything.
I'm going to turn it upside down. Can I do that?
No, I want the green side up.
Okay, I figured.
Okay.
I thought I was going to be able to
green side up. Now, you see what you're going to hold it down about that. We're going to grab the chicken and come up on the other side like that. So this is what it looks like. Whoops. You see what it looks like? Okay, so you do the rest of those. All right, well, I'll help you with that. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm finding some of these are just way too small.
Yeah.
Here's a nice big one here.
I'll chop them up and make a bread.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I made clams oreganata last night, and I used salvia. It's very important you squeeze out the spinach, because there's a lot of water in spinach, and if you don't squeeze it all out, the ratio of this to the flour is going to be too wet, and then you can't use it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze it out with my hands. See all that water? Wasn't that much spinach either. Look at all that water. All right, squeeze it out. Then I'm going to take a paper towel and I'm going to try to get out more of the water. All right, all this water. We saved some of it, right, Gail?
I did.
Good, okay.
Here you go.
Because we're going to need that for the gnocchi. We'll take a paper towel, and whatever I can't squeeze, I'm going to try to get out a little bit more. All right. Then I'm going to put all this in a bowl. Well, I need to chop it first. Got to chop it. So let's put this over here. Now, how do you chop? Again, not like this, like this. And you just take your hand, and you can just put it on top, and you chop. You keep your knife in contact. You don't chop like this. You keep it in contact with the board. Scrape it up. Go the other way. Scrape it up. Just be careful. Don't want to slice your fingers. Remember, sharp knife is just as dangerous as a dull knife. All right, got to chop it. All right, we're going to add this to a bowl, and we're going to weigh the flour. Why do we weigh flour? Anybody tell me why we weigh flour? Why don't I just measure it? How many cups? Oh, 3 cups.
Stop.
Why do we weigh flour? The weather.
Accuracy.
Yes. Thank you, Sue. Flour is very sensitive to the humidity, but 500 grams is 500 grams. Now, you may scoop your flour. Some people put it in and they go, okay. That's not how you do flour. You weigh it, at least in Italy. You know, I'm not about to change your way. If you have a recipe that works for you, more power to you. And by the way, recipes are just ideas or versions of somebody else's. There's no wrong recipe. It's what you like. This is and you also brought basil, but I wasn't sure if you were going to bring enough.
I did. I got mine.
It's about 2 ounces. So let me have that basil, Gail, please. You have it there? Just you take care of that, and I'll take care of this, all right? Did you bring the basil somewhere?
Here it is.
Okay. Ooh, that's smoking.
All right, I know.
Oh, here it is. Here you go. Good, good, good. All right, so we got about 3 ounces, so we're going to chop the basil. Okay.
Okay, can
All right.
I? It's butter.
Are we still all set? All right,
It's
so we
olive
need to
oil
I
and
need just to
ghee.
wilt this a second. Maybe can we put the
That one won't work.
that one won't work?
No.
That was for the hot water, though, right?
Yeah, but sorry, that one won't.
Okay. All right. Can I switch off one of these and just kind of wilt the basil for me a little bit?
Why don't you do this? You do this quickly.
Okay.
Put it right in.
All right. And I'm just put a little bit of water, and we'll just
It's got some oil and butter. Yeah.
all right.
Should be fine.
just want to wilt it a little bit.
Some water.
Okay. Yeah. Let me take off these stems. Yeah. Good, good, good. Just want to bring it down because we're making it with basil. Here's a few more.
I was looking up to see if there's a fan in here. That's
what
why I
now?
was looking up at the lights.
375 grams is what I'm looking for. So I'm going to put this scale on grams, and I'm going to add 375 grams. Grams are grams. Whether it's hot out, dry out, doesn't matter. 375. And remember, if you go over, you're just going to put it back inside. Takes almost a whole 2 pounds.
Wow.
All right. Ooh. Well, I'm not going to say good enough because I'm not a good enough person. I always like to be exact. All right. See? Not much. 370. Come on. All right. Excellent. 375. Now I'm going to switch this out, and I'm going to put this in a bigger bowl.
My basil is wilting.
We're dumping. Now I'm not using egg. You don't use egg in this recipe because the egg would make it way too stiff. So the liquid we're using is ricotta and the spinach. Okay, so the spinach I'm going to add to this. And once this wilts, we're going to add the basil. It's almost done too, but we need to chop that. And we're going to add half of a cup ricotta. This is about, I think this is 16 ounces. Yeah, so we're using half. This I kind of eyeball. I don't really use measuring cups. Recipes are just guidelines. That's all they are. You want to add a little more, add a little less. It's not going to be that big a deal. So I'm going to take half of this and add this to my mixture.
Do you want me to chop this?
So,
The basil?
yeah, chop those, please, if you can.
I got to do it over there.
All
on
right,
the
so you can
board.
go here.
Okay.
All right. Gail's going to chop the basil. So we have flour, spinach, ricotta, a little salt, and let's see what else. Okay, where is that recipe? Oh, it's right here. No stems, okay? Okay, so we're going to mix this with and manos, okay?
And you're going to want
And we're going to
basil.
add your spinach, your
Basil.
basilico.
You see what happens?
All right, and I'm going to add just enough water to hold it together. I don't know how much, depending on the weather. Might be 2 tablespoons, it might be 3 tablespoons, depending on how wet the spinach is. It depends how wet the basil is. We don't know. So this is one of those things you have to learn to feel.
Okay.
All right, put all that in there.
And I want to
Use
heat
your
up.
dough scraper.
I want to heat up my pans again, and I put the chicken in sage side down or sage side up.
Up. You're going to fry those babies.
Okay.
Okay. So now we're going to mix this. Let me grab something to mix with. Okay. This is very dry. So 2 tablespoons only. You start with. So let's just grab let's just grab this. I'm just going to put a little bit. That's it. I put it in there. I mix it up again.
I like this.
Still a little dry.
This is interesting.
A little bit more. Now you can't take it out, so you better be careful. 1 tablespoon at a time. Oh, I know how to cook. All right. Well, then you better just cook for your friends. You ain't got to do it as a job. Because your customers are your bosses. What is this? I've been waiting 3 hours and this is what you serve me? You know what you want to do to that customer? Well, you can't. Because they're the ones that help paying the bills. This is still a little dry. So I'm going to add a little bit more water. Just a little bit. Okay, this is almost ready. See how it's holding together? Now I'm going to dump this out onto the board. Let me put this away.
Doesn't it smell good already?
And I'm going to knead it. Now it looks like I should add more water, but not so fast. I need to incorporate all this before I think of adding water, because it's still a little sticky, which is good. Now, I'm just going to bring all the house. Ooh, that's looking wonderful, Gail.
Isn't that good?
Doing a great job. Okay, remember what we have in here now, right? We have 375 grams of 00 flour, a 1/2 cup of ricotta, about 4 tablespoons of water, but it depends on the spinach and the basil. You may not have gotten all the water out. So maybe your liquid won't be as much. All right, so I don't want to waste this, so I'm going to add this is fresh water? I'm just going to add just a drop. A drop. Okay? Incorporate all that.
When do I turn these, my dear?
How long have they been on?
3-4 minutes.
Another minute, then turn them over.
Okay.
Then you're going to put them back into that cookie sheet to stage them, and we're going to make the sauce. Sauce is going to be wine and chicken bouillon. Okay, this is looking pretty good. You want to scrape up. Try to work on a board. I bought this especially for my pasta making because I just find a counter not suitable. All right, then you can get into a rhythm back and forth. Now I added a little extra water. Now it's feeling very sticky. How do you get rid of that on your hands? Just roll your hands together and it comes right off. And then bring it right back again. Chianti. Chianti's from the Chianti region of Italy. All right, this is ready. It's a little bit wet, but that's okay. Now I'm going to cut this in 4s. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? Now remember what I have in here. Spinach, basilico, ricotta, and flour. No egg. No egg. All right? So, here's how we're going to make the gnocchi. All right, so I'm going to wash my hands, and we'll get started in making this. How you doing? Oh, those look beautiful.
Okay.
Beautiful. Good job. We eat tonight. All right, let me clean my hands.
Dedee, how much chicken broth do you want?
All right, tablespoon in 1 cup of water. All right, this is going to be wine for drinking. Okay, so we'll put this aside because I want to get started on the gnocchi. Okay, I need a little bit more flour, just a little bit. Don't want to change the recipe. So what I do is I keep a little flour in the corner of my board. So just like that. And then I bring it in and I just swirl it and I just do this. That's all. Now I want to roll this into a nice long cigar. So how big do you want it? Well, like a giant magic marker, a big cigar, kind of like this. Then I take a dough scraper or a knife, and I want to cut these using my thumb as a gauge, my thumb as a template. And I'm just going to go along, and there's no particular size, just try to keep them pretty much all the same size so they all cook at the same time. Now, what are we going to do with these little balls? Well, we have here known as a gnocchi board. All right? Now watch what I do.
A gnocchi board.
A gnocchi board. You take this, you roll it up, and you have gnocchi. See what I did? Roll it. And you want the grooves to hold the sauce. You roll it like so. And you got to keep this up, so you want gravity to lower. You're not going to do this and squash them, which I've seen. Keep it up this way. Let them roll off.
Do you want salt in this water?
Salt in the water. How much salt? 1/3 of a cup.
No.
Well, you don't. What good is a pinch? What good is a teaspoon? That's a lot of water. You want it to taste like seawater. All right, 1/3 of a cup. In your hand if you can. Okay. Nice, nice. This is looking very nice. This is all of them. You're doing a great job, Gail. All right, this is your gnocchi. Spinach, ricotta, basilico. Now the basil, spinach is a bit of a bitter herb. A lot of people don't like spinach because it's bitter, but basil's sweet. So you got that little bitter-sweet flavor. So you really have to put basil in this. Otherwise it's going to be a little bitter. Okay? You don't make it with one or the other, you make it with both. And thank you. You get an extra glass for that.
So this is half a cup, one
all
cup
that
and
goes
1
in
cup.
there. Now mix it all up, get all those nice, yeah. Stir up all those bits. Okay, we can use this. Yeah.
Do you want a little sage to chop in?
You throw a little sage in there. Yeah, let's do that. See, this is where we're being creative. I didn't say do sage. Why not? Put it in there. But that's the only herb we're using is sage. Now, is this on, Gail?
It's on 5, yes.
Okay, so add a little sage, and we're done
can you smell
this. I'm going to get something just to help me. Come on, babies. Jump in the water. In we go. Yeah, come on. Yeah.
Parchment paper is a good idea.
3 minutes. Who's timing?
I am.
You want a time? Good. Okay, now you don't touch them. Let them be. All right.
They're not coming up yet.
They're going to sink a little bit, but they're actually done. They only take a few minutes in the water.
Okay.
Okay, so I would shut off the burner so they don't disintegrate on us.
And I was looking for tongs, which I can't seem to find.
All right. Okay. Go ahead.
So this is really something that you could make a little bit ahead of time, up
Well,
to
you
this
can do
point.
all the prep work.
Up to this point, and then
Yes.
just heat it all together,
Yes,
right?
you can.
So you want me to just turn these over?
Yeah, just turn them over, then you're going to lay them out. Then you're
They're going to lose their leaves.
I tell you what, just baste them. Just baste them.
Yeah, you have been.
Yeah, just baste them.
Okay.
So we're going to put that and cut it?
Yeah.
All right, nice. Looks beautiful. And we'll put the sauce in a little, maybe a bowl or something. Oh, let's see, what do we have?
Okay. I'm just going to do 6 of these. I think that you are a trooper. And I thank you all for being here. And will you come back?
Absolutely. The Italian Diva would like to say to all of you, una vita senza buon cibo non è vita. A life without good food is not life. Ciao, ciao. Thank you, Gail.
Thank you for watching. Thank you.